Thank you, hands, warm hearts. How are you guys? I'm waiting for all of my stuff to pop up in the feed for me. I'm trying to check my comments. Let's see who's here. If you are just joining us, let me know that you're here and where you're from. I see Clem and John and Lou and Eileen. Thanks for being here, guys. I appreciate it. I hope you guys are doing well on this happy 4th of July. There is a lot going on. Wait until I give you all this information. You're going to be like, what in the world? Because let me tell you, there's a lot going on right now. While you're waiting, don't forget to hit the thumbs up for me. I would greatly appreciate that. Is my fan that's on in here too loud? Because if it is, I'll lower it. But it's pretty hot and I had to shut off my air conditioner because that is super loud and noisy. I want to make sure that I'm in frame here. I gotta double check everything always because I never know how everything's gonna look until I actually can see the view. Are you guys doing well? Let's start with the notes, housekeeping. This is the Get Crafting in the Sun, the July Paper Pumpkin Kit. You have until the 10th of this month to sign up for this kit. And when you do that, you will get this one in the mail. They have all been fantastic lately, like more and more. They're getting better and better. And so if you are not a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, I would recommend that you try for 1 month, see if you like it, because I guarantee you're going to love it. It's really a lot of fun, and the kits are getting really good. And I have a group that meets on the last Friday of the month if you're interested in joining us and working on Paper Pumpkin together. So let me know if you're interested in that. Hey Laura, thank you for joining us. I appreciate you being here. Is it nice and hot in Ohio? All right, so the next thing is starting tomorrow for 2 days, up to 50% off past kits, refills, and add-ons just for 2 days. And you have to be a current Paper Pumpkin subscriber in order to have access. So if you're not a Paper Pumpkin subscriber and you want in on this sale, you need to sign up for this month's kit prior to the 6th and 7th so that you can have access to the fantastic deals that are coming for the kits. I'm trying to see if I can access the information that I had on it. Let's see. It says, surprise, on July 6th and 7th, all current Paper Pumpkin subscribers can save up to 50% on Paper Pumpkin past kits, refills, and add-ons. Customers who sign up by July 10th will receive the fun July Paper Pumpkin Kit. And if you would like to participate in the 48-hour sale, you need to be a current subscriber. Items are available while supplies last, so don't forget and don't miss out on this amazing sale. Not only that, but online exclusives are going to be refreshed. Hey Lee, thanks for joining us. So online exclusives, you know, are not in any catalog, and they won't be in a catalog. They're just going to be available online. You'll be able to access those by clicking on my website. So you can either, when you go to my website, you can either click on the host code, it'll take you directly to my website, or you can click on Shop with Me, and when you click that, it'll take you to my store. And from the drop-down menu, there'll be a section that's called Online Exclusives, and you'll be able to see everything that's available. We just have a sneak peek right now of a few items that'll be there. They're fresh, never before seen products. And one of them is a Christmas set. It has a beautiful sleigh with a horse and pulling the sleigh with 2 people in it. And then there's some tree images, some snowbanks in the dies. Really, really pretty. The paper is fantastic that goes with this bundle. If you get nothing else from this suite, get the DSP because it's amazing. And you will not regret it. It is a gorgeous 6x6 paper pack. And then they have adhesive back snowflakes. It's a 90-piece set. There's 3 colors, copper, gold, and white. And they're metallic snowflakes, so they're pretty cool. And those are available, as well as the Timeless Charm Bundle, which are these really pretty floral images. So these are all they've told us about, but there are other things that are coming as well. And we're really excited about those. So on the 6th, so that is Thursday, the same day that the paper pumpkin goes up to 50% off on the past kits and refills, the online exclusives will be live. So you'll have more than enough reason to go on there. Not only that, but we're having bonus days right now. And I didn't print that flyer. I thought I had, but I don't know where that ended up. It's not in my pile unless it's farther back here. Bonus days are for every $50 that you spend in my online store, you're going to get a coupon for $5. So if you spend $100, you'll get 2 $5 coupons, 150, 3, so on and so on. So the cool thing about it is that by buying the new online exclusives, taking advantage of the paper pumpkin 50% off sale, you'll be able to earn these free $5 coupons. And the coupons will be redeemable starting in August from the 1st through the 31st. So you have from the 6th of July through the end of this month to earn those coupons. And then you can use those, and you can use multiples on an order. So like, let's say over a month's time, you have 10 $5 coupons. You could use all 10 of those coupons on one order and get $50 off of an order. So it's well worth it if you're going to buy things. The other thing about the bonus days is not only do we have online exclusives, not only do we have paper pumpkin refills for past kits, we are going to have a new kit release. Now, I don't have the graphics. It wasn't up, and I think it's because Stampin' Up is on vacation today for the 4th of July. But you know how we get these kits that come out every month? The July kit is coming out on the 6th as well. So you could pick up the new kit. You could use that towards your $50 to get your $5 coupon. And not only that, but you're going to have your bonus days, your online exclusives, your paper pumpkin, and the clearance rack is going to be refilled. So July 6th is like a huge day. So I have this graphic for you. Take a screenshot. New kit is going to be released. New online exclusives. It's bonus days. The clearance rack is being refilled. And paper pumpkin refills, past kits, add-ons are on sale. And the paper pumpkin is only for 2 days. But the other things are going to... Well, clearance rack refilled is till while supplies last. The kit also, I mean, that comes back and forth. And the online exclusives will be until whenever they do it. But twice a year, they're doing these online exclusives. And we've had some pretty cute things. We had the rhino set. Last time we had that really pretty floral set, that gorgeous paper. So there is a lot going on. Can you even believe how much stuff is happening on July 6th? So did you guys get your screenshot? Because I'm going to move on. And I'm going to move this paper. Let me know. Yes, you can say that again, Lou. Wow is exactly it. If any of you guys have joined us, feel free to say hi. I would love to say hi back to you. If you're new to my channel, let me know as well. I'd like to welcome you. I also wanted to share with you, I got a really cool card in the mail from Rita. I don't think she's on here tonight, but I'm sure she'll watch the replay. And I just wanted to share it with you. So sometimes people send me cards to my P.O. box, and if you would like to send me a card, I'd love to have one. It is Kelly McConkey, just like John's last name, because he's my husband. I have to make that clear. I heard from someone that they didn't know that John was my husband, but he is my husband. He's the one that's in the chat with the red chat bubble. And so Kelly McConkey, Kelly with an I, and it's P.O. Box 68702, Virginia Beach, Virginia 23471. Let me grab a scrap paper and I'll put it down for you guys. But I do love getting cards in the mail, and I will always show them on my lives when I get them. So here we go. All right, there you go. If you want to get a screenshot of that, you can have that as well instead of having to write it down. But I do really appreciate the cards I get, and I thought this one was really pretty. This is one of my favorite die sets that we've had for florals. I loved all the pierced dots that were in this set of floral dies. I actually still have mine. I love it, and I didn't get rid of it. So, and paper bows are also something that I really love, and she has this really cool little paper bow on here. So, thanks so much, Rita, for thinking of me. I really appreciate it. Thanks for hitting the thumbs up. All right. That's, let me make sure I don't have anything else to talk about, and we will move along. All right, I think that's everything. This is the old online exclusives. Okay. But can you believe how much stuff is happening July 6th? I don't even know what they're thinking. It's a lot. It's a lot to remember. So that's why all that's combined on one really cool graphic. And I'm trying to find my Zany Zoo. It's right here, I think. Okay. So we have been using the Zany Zoo. This is our 3rd week. And I hope that you guys have been enjoying all the really fun projects that I have made with this adorable bundle. There's stamps and dies. There's this really fun ribbon pack. And the paper is just, oh my gosh, the cutest paper. So many cute little characters. If you have not gotten a hold of this little bundle, I highly recommend picking it up on July 6th and getting your free $5, because it's a $54 bundle. So you could get a free $5 bundle. Also, when you buy the bundles, you save 10%. So that's always something to think about. But we have been making some really, really fun cards with this set. And at the end, I'll show you all of the cards up until now, what we've done with this cute bundle. But today, I'm going to show you the card that we're going to make. So here's today's card, and I think it turned out super cute. What do you guys think? I think this is a really fun card, and I'm going to show you how to make it today. And the inside, it says, "Thank you for being part of my life," and then the inside says, "Life is better with friends like you." And I just thought that this is just the cutest little set of all these critters outside enjoying and exploring. The word sentiments are from By My Side stamp set, which is one of my favorite stamp sets. I think this is like one of the total cutest stamp sets. I really love it. And I did a class on this stamp set last catalog. and it carried over, and I was so excited because I just think it's such, the sentiments are fantastic for any friend cards that you want to make. But the children are just so whimsical and so cute, and you can like totally make them into a childlike version of a friend of yours, right? I mean, they are just the cutest. And so definitely check out the By My Side, Zany Zoo, and for the borders of these little backgrounds that we have here, we are using, of course, one of my favorite dies, scallop contour dies. So let's go ahead and get started. Put the card in the corner. And then the other thing too that we're using is the Happy Labels Pick-a-Punch, which I'll leave that over here in the corner. And that's what I use to tie in the scallop on my sentiment, just like we had the scallops around the actual images. So we're starting with a piece of 8.5 by 5.5 of Azure Afternoon cardstock. And let's make sure, I think it's a little short. Yeah, I don't think I grabbed the right one. So it looked short to me, but I just wanted to double check. Let me grab another one. That one's a little wide. I think what I did was I think I cut them off when I cut them. I'll recut for you guys. So this needs to be 5.5 inches. And I must have just been off a tick when I was cutting, but that's okay. 5.5 by 8.5, we're good now. Always have room for more cardstock. So we're going to go ahead and grab my Simply Scored and put a score mark at 4 1/4. Get my bone folder, and we will join the two corners. All right. So there is our base. And then we have our little scalloped rectangles from the scalloped contour dies. So we have 3 of those. And I'll show you which one it was. So it's the third one in from the outside. So 3 in, and I needed 3 of these. All right, now the next thing that I did was I used my 1-inch Post-it tape. Do you guys have this Post-it tape? I've linked it multiple times. Hi Rita, thanks for being here. I showed everybody the cool card that you made me. So this 1-inch Post-it tape, you can buy it on Amazon. I have it linked in the description of the video, I'm pretty sure. Let me double check, but I think it is there. Let's see. Actually, I didn't link it there. I'll do it right after the video. I'll add it to the video, so check back after the video and I will link it there. But it's the Post-it tape. It's a 1-inch. It's by 3M, and it's pretty cool. So you get this big, wide tape piece, okay? And so I wanted to do my ink blending inside of these stitched lines. I'm going to bring you guys down a little bit. I think you're too far up, and when I start doing my blending, I want you guys to be able to see a little better, so I'm going to bring you down. So I wanted to do my blending inside of these stitched lines, and so I decided I was going to use this Post-it tape. The cool thing about it being a 1-inch Post-it tape is that you can take this and you're going to cut it in half down the center like this. And the part that's crooked because you cut it, you're not going to worry about. You're going to use the straight edge on both sides, and we're going to line these up along our piece. So let me grab my ones that I've already used. We're going to reuse them. I'll show you. So I cut one piece the length of the bottom and one piece the length of the sides. So here they are, all colored and covered. The cool thing is, like, it's just like a Post-it note. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do is you want to put it on your edge, and you want to make sure that you cover up that little dashed line and that it's hidden behind this Post-it tape, and then you're going to press it down. No problem, Rita. Then I'm going to take this piece here and I'm going to lay it on the top, again just covering up that dashed line, just barely over the, over the top of it, and just make sure that you have a nice straight line. As you can see here, this is the wavy end that I cut, so I don't want to use that one. Same with this one. See, it's wavy. The straight edges are inside. Now, same with this piece. You want to use the straight edge, and you want to line up your piece here. So I'm going to cover up my dashed line and make sure that I get it straight. The nice thing about using this Post-it tape is that you can, I think I did this, I think I used the wrong side. The nice thing about using this Post-it tape, sorry guys, I'm going to put it down so I can see a little better, is that you can reuse it over and over, just like a sticky note, and it sticks to your piece, but it also can be peeled up very easily. All right, so we have our last piece here. We're going to do this 3 times. So the first time I'm explaining, and the second time I'm just going to get to work on it. All right, so let's make sure that we have this. I want to make sure that I'm past that little line there. There we go. All right, so there is our piece. This is the only piece we want to get our ink on. So I'm going to grab a scrap paper. There we go. And I'm just going to tape this down. I have a little jasper hair on my desk from my daughter's bunny. All right. And I'm going to start first with the grass. So I'm going to take my Granny Apple Green, and I'm going to start with a small blending brush because I'm only doing a very small area. We have small and regular blending brushes. So I'm going to start over here, and I'm just going to get that initial dark blotch off. And then I'm going to start on this edge, and just really slowly and carefully, I'm going to blend in that green that's going to be our grass. And I don't want to go too high. So it's not going to be intense right away. It takes multiple layers to get a nice smooth blend and to add darkness or a dark color. So again, I'm gonna get off that initial blob of green, and I'm just gonna keep little by little adding my color. So you'll just see me doing the same thing over and over. And I'm going to go one more time, and then that should be the color that I want. And you can see every time I added more color, it got darker and darker along that bottom edge. Okay, so now we're going to do our Tahitian tide for our sky. And I'm covering a larger surface. I'm using one of the larger brushes. All right, so again, we're going to blot off that extra. And we're going to start on this side, and again, we're going to slowly layer the color on. It's not going to be dark at first. Little by little, we're going to slowly add. And you can see that I'm going in a circular motion. So we're going to pick up some more color, blot off that initial staining, and little by little, we're going to get this nice dark turquoise sky. And you guys can see that my wrist is doing pretty good because I'm able to do this blending without any problem. Rita, I told John this story today. I forgot all about it until I was talking to him today, and then I told him the story that you told me. All right, guys, I'm going to do one more pass and then we'll move on to our next one. I think it'll be a dark enough blue. I'm really pleased with that color. It's nice and bright and pretty. I'm so excited. I'm going to be so sad when this color retires. I hope that they replace it with something. What do you guys think? All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to pull off these pieces. And as you can see, because I had them nice and masked, you have this really pretty, very stark white frame against those colors, and the colors just pop. All right, let's move on to the next one. We're gonna do the same thing. So I'm gonna get these guys over here. And I probably won't be talking when I do this because I can move a lot faster when I'm not running my mouth. I really like using the Post-it tape for this because it's already, like, you know, a nice size. It's the perfect size, really, that 1 inch, and it's the one that I use the most. You can also use it to hold down your die cuts when you're die cutting. All right, let's put this one up here, and one more. All right, let's make sure it's in place and it's not gonna move on me. All right, back to Granny Apple Green. I'm gonna do this one a lot faster because I don't have to explain what I'm doing. But we're gonna get all 3 of them. I probably should have done them ahead of time, but I really wanted you guys to see how the process worked. And it's really not that time consuming. The first one took the longest because I had to explain it. I think where people make mistakes when they're ink blending is they try and get the color dark right away. And when you push too hard with your brush, you end up with brush marks. So you just want to use a light touch and just layer upon layer of ink until you're happy with the consistency of your color. And when you're first learning to blend, I would start with pale colors first until you get good at it, and then you can add your darker colors. I think the darker ones are harder to blend. Well, I use this tape that I'm using now for this card that I made, and then I'm using it again. So I used it for 3 blendings, and this is my, I guess, my 5th one. I'm gonna do one more pass, and then I think I'll be dark enough, and I'll be happy with that. I love the how it looks when you pull the tape off, because it's like such a wow, that contrast of that white against the ink blended colors. I think it's so pretty. So there's our second one. All right, let's do our last one and then we can start working on our little critters. So the critters that I'm using today are from the designer series paper. I'm gonna have to pick this up. I have to hold it in my hand so I can see what I'm doing. I just don't want to mess up and miss that dashed line. That DSP is just like the cutest, the world's cutest designer series paper. The cool thing about the designer series paper, you get 12 sheets. So there's 6 different sheets, and each sheet has a different set of critters. So the first one has like the ballerinas or the dancing critters. And then there's one with these like ones we're using today. They're like explorers. They're like outdoors camping and stuff like that. And then then there's another one that has like all birthday ones that are like doing birthday type things. Then there's ones that are like doing extracurricular activities like reading and yoga and things like that, things that they would really like to do. And I made a retirement card with that one because I just thought, oh, it's perfect for retirement. You get to do all the things that you want to do that you never had time for when you were working, right? All right, so now this is down. We'll do our last one. Let's get our Granny Apple Green. Thanks, Eileen. All right, so we're gonna add that to the bottom. We're gonna quickly add our color. And then I'm gonna probably wipe my hands because I probably have ink on me from touching this tape. I guess I could have put different tapes on different ones and had them ready to go. Live and learn. I'm gonna do a little bit higher, a little bit more of that glow of the green up higher. There we go. All right, so there's our grass. And onto our sky. When we first got these ink blenders, I had a hard time with them because I had done ink blending before, but I had bought my own ink blending brushes and I couldn't find any big ones like this. So all of mine were small and I was used to ink blending with the small ones, and I had a hard time with the large brushes. But I think the key to the ink blending overall, no matter what size brush you use, is to just not be afraid to keep adding layer upon layer and not to push the brush too hard. And slowly, you know, deposit that ink onto your surface so that you get a nice, you know, level of color and that it's blended smooth. Did anybody do anything fun today for July 4th? Gonna go one more time and then that'll be it for Tahitian Tide. So pretty. All right, let's get these guys off of here. I'm gonna put them on my stamp set so I can use them again. I'm probably gonna end up throwing these away because they're pretty saturated after doing so many of these. All right. So there are our 3 scenes. All right, let me find all my critters. Let's see, we have these guys are together. This one's by himself. There we go, that's them. And then for the inside, I die cut out a Parakeet Party, the smallest. You guys still have a Rainforest Cafe eye over there? You picked weeds. I've been designing cards for next week. All right, so that's the smallest one. Let me pull the die set out so you guys can see. Here's the smallest rectangle. I just thought that would be cute for the inside. And Parakeet Party I thought would be cute because that's the color that I chose to use for this. So we're gonna stamp, thank you for being part of my life. And this is just a scrap. I think it's about 3/4 of an inch. Let me look. Yep, 3/4 of an inch by 3 inches. And we are going to stamp the words, thank you for being part of my life. And we're gonna, sorry, I need to move my piece up a little bit higher so that you guys can see what's going on. All right, so we're gonna use Memento. And I like to move my stamp around my ink pad because sometimes if you always stamp in the middle, that's where all the ink has faded. So I try and pick up ink from all over the pad so that I get a nice even amount of ink. All right, and so we're gonna stamp this right over here somewhere. Hopefully I can see. I can't really see. I'm stamping blind. So guys, just bear with me. If I messed up, I'll just grab another scrap. I really should have gotten closer and stamped it closer to me, but hopefully I did all right. Hey, not bad. Not bad for not seeing where I was putting that stamp. Yes, that Parakeet Party, Lee, is such a pretty color. All right, so what we're gonna do now is we want to make sure that we die cut that. There's a ticket side and a scallop side. This is the scallop side. So when I flip it over, it's gonna be on this side. And we're gonna slide this in, and I'm gonna have to cut it a few times because I didn't measure. So I'm just gonna put it in there maybe 3 times. Yeah, that's good. All right, and then this side I'll trim off when it's time to do that, but at least we have that part done. And then I have already stamped, I've already stamped the words for the inside. Life is better with friends like you. And so we'll go ahead and attach that onto our small little scallop here. So cute. See, I used this piece that I did some ink blending on that I didn't like. I always use my scraps, guys. I'm like the queen of scraps. All right, let's see. White on one side, ink blended on the other. Oh, I remember what happened. I think when I originally die cut, I think I messed up one of the edges, and so I had to get rid of it. But so I didn't want to throw it completely away, so I saved the inside of the scallop. That's why. All right, so there's that. Life is better with friends like you. So we're gonna go ahead and attach that to the inside of our card. While we're gluing, we might as well just glue. Okay. So cute. I think I forgot to tell you all the different little critters and on the DSP. I think I got distracted by what I was doing and I didn't tell you them all. But It's the ballerinas, the explorers, the ones that are doing the retired stuff, the birthday ones. There's the ones that are on scooters. And then there's the music players, the ones that are playing the music. So that's the 6 different themes. And so since there's 12 sheets in the pack, you get 1 sheet to fussy cut of each of the critters, and then you have 6 sheets. You have a duplicate sheet, but the other side of that sheet has black and white background, and it makes it super fun, right? All right, so now for this next part, this is how I went about doing this. I tried to figure out how much of this would fit, where my critters would go, what I wanted to cover over the top of what, and it was really just trial and error. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're just gonna kind of slide this around, and when we're happy, I'll show you how I went ahead and attached all my pieces on here. So on this one, I have to make sure that I can fit this little guy, but I don't want all his tail cut off. So this is going to have to go a little bit higher so that I can bring him forward. And I'm okay with cutting a little bit of his tail, but not all of it. And he is going to be lifted up, so let's just go ahead and get him ready. We will put these minis on him, and I'm not going to be too extra today with the dimensionals. It's getting warm in here without my air conditioning on, I'll tell you that. But I don't want you to hear that loud air conditioning on this video. All right, put one more on those little snout. I know I said I wasn't going to get extra, but I already did. All right, so there he is. So his snout can go above that little piece there. That's good. So let's see how much room we need for our little butterfly loving mole or groundhog or whatever he is. I can't tell you what these guys are because I just don't know. But that looks pretty good right there. What do you guys think? And then let's get our little piggy. So cute with his backpack.